Diversity of Voice was the theme for this year's 5th annual Picayune Writers Symposium, a free event held at the Margaret Reed Crosby Memorial Library in Picayune, Mississippi. Professor Randolph M. Howes, M.D., Ph.D., author of The Sci-Fi Adventures of Dr. Kenneth Messenger, spoke on the subject of writing mysteries.
And know your story's ending before you begin to write. That's what will keep the cohesiveness there. But you need to follow that central theme. You can have those red herrings, those little steps to the side, but that central idea, if you have it at the beginning, you can really put that cohesiveness to your story. And again, that's what you're doing. You're writing a story.
Other speakers were award-winning haiku poet Rebecca Drouilhet with insights on writing poetry. There was Jody Mars, lifestyles editor for the Picayune Item newspaper, inspirational speaker and author Kathryn J. Martin, and writer, editor Bill Jackson, who spoke on the art of ghostwriting.
Haiku is a short poem, and for years it was defined by the number of lines it had and the number of syllables it had. And most school children learned that it was a 3-line poem consisting of 5, 7, and 5 syllables respectively. Few professional haiku poets write in that form today. Most haiku published in journals is about 16 syllables or less, and sometimes considerably less. And they are still most often written in 3 lines, although a modern trend is to write a 1-line haiku known as a monoku or a monostitch.
We all have a variety of voices. Nobody has one dimension to themselves. And so you'll have a skill set of voices. We have one that we use when we nurture. We've got another one that we use when we're firm and we stand our ground. We have a voice where we're explaining. Maybe we're teaching, or maybe we're defending a cause or another person. And then we also have a voice when we're accusing. These voices that we use play into our writing.
I did start writing at about 2 years of age, and it's proof in my mama's Bible where my scribbling is, and she wrote Kathryn at 2. And I was talking to the ladies at this retreat. I said, we was recycling even before it become popular. Well, I feel guilty to this day when I throw away that old white cardboard that comes in stockings. That night when I went up to my room, under my door, there were, I guess, maybe 40 white cardboards from stockings. We may not know each other when we first got here, but I call a gathering like this a family reunion of writers. Because for some of you, nobody at home understands why in the world you want to write. But in a room like this, everybody understands, and we are kin.
Singer-songwriter Richelle Putnam, a Mississippi Arts Commission roster artist/teaching artist, entertained participants with her original music and lyrics.
Ain't nothing worse than a two-timing man studying nothing. His two-timing plan. Tonight you're gonna find when you walk through the store the one time how you take it to
Symposium speakers and members of the Picayune Writers Group had copies of their works available for book signings and for sale. The group served refreshments all day, plus a great lunch. Several gift baskets were raffled off during the day, as well as other very attractive items. The Picayune Writers Group was chartered in 2005 with the goal of promoting local writers in their craft.
Every year we go to a different topic to bring out those parts of writing that helps the writer who is building on something, on a future in writing, to gather their thoughts and learn and put it all together. There are rules to English and rules to literature, but actually you write your own rules as you go, and that's what we're helping them, or trying to help them develop to do with people who have already accomplished that.
One of the importance of the Writers' Symposium is that we can learn from one another. There's sort of cross-pollination here, if you will, and that's very important. For instance, here with haiku, I was unfamiliar with it. I did not know that you could gain world acclaim with one incomplete sentence. I had no idea. Some of my books, they are 1,564 pages long. So this is a whole new concept to me. But that makes it interesting, and I can learn something here too.
What's a special message that you have for young people, especially young writers?
Well, the message is to stick to it and not just talk about, again, I'm going to write a book, I want to write a book. No, you get industrious and you write that book. And then we want to share what you have written with everyone else. And that becomes, if you will, a guide for other young people. They can do it also, but they need these role models in order to do that.
As in the past, this year's symposium was a huge success, giving local writers an opportunity to share and learn from others as they work towards improving their writing skills and presentation.